Giannis Antetokounmpo joining Kalshi is a terrible look. And not just on him, but on the NBA as an institution. Even if no rules were broken, even if every compliance box was checked, even if there's no direct betting on NBA games involved. This is one of those situations where legality is beside the point. What matters here is perception, trust, and precedent. And all three take a hit. Kalshi is a prediction market. Its core function is allowing people to speculate financially on future outcomes. That includes sports-adjacent events like player movement, team success, and league-level storylines. Whether the bets are framed as markets or predictions doesn't change the underlying reality. This is a platform built on monetizing uncertainty around real-world outcomes. And that's where the problem starts. The NBA already exists in a fragile relationship with gambling. On one hand, the league has embraced betting partnerships, sponsorships, and integrations. On the other, it enforces strict rules around player behavior, insider knowledge, and gambling-related conduct to protect competitive integrity. That balance is hard enough to maintain as it is. Now introduce this: an active superstar becoming financially aligned with a prediction market. That blurs lines the league should be trying to make sharper, not fuzzier. This isn't about accusing Giannis of anything. It's about recognizing that fans don't think like compliance lawyers. Fans think emotionally. They think intuitively. And when they see an NBA superstar tied to a platform where people bet on league outcomes, including things related to his own career, it creates discomfort whether it's rational or not. And once discomfort exists, trust erodes. The timing only amplifies the issue. Fans were recently betting massive amounts on Giannis' future: trade speculation, team destinations, organizational direction. That speculation is already uncomfortable territory for the league. But there's a massive difference between fans gambling on rumors and players having financial exposure to the ecosystem that profits from those rumors. Even if Giannis can't personally participate in NBA-related markets, the association itself matters. You don't need wrongdoing for damage to occur. You just need ambiguity. Sports integrity lives and dies on the absence of ambiguity. The NBA has spent decades building the idea that games are decided on the court, not influenced by outside financial incentives. The moment fans begin to wonder whether lines are being crossed, even subconsciously, the product takes a hit. And that's what this invites. This also creates a precedent problem the league is not prepared for. If this is acceptable for Giannis, what's the limiting principle? Where does the NBA draw the line? Can players invest in sportsbooks, prediction exchanges, injury markets, player prop platforms? At what point does passive investment become too close to the game itself? Those questions matter because stars normalize behavior. Giannis isn't a fringe player. He's one of the faces of the league. His actions set tone, whether intentionally or not. If he does this without pushback, others will follow. And once the doors open, it's incredibly hard to close. The NBA already struggles with perception issues: officiating transparency, replay reviews, late-game whistles, and consistency. Social media magnifies every questionable call. Fans already joke about the fix when things go wrong. Introducing player-adjacent gambling affiliations pours fuel on a fire that never fully goes out. Even irrational skepticism harms the product. And that's why leagues traditionally err on the side of caution, not permissiveness. Integrity isn't just about preventing corruption. It's about preventing doubt. This move also clashes with the brand Giannis has built. For years, he's been marketed as the anti-drama superstar: loyal, grounded, team first, focused on basketball over everything else. This decision feels out of character, not scandalous, but careless. It suggests a blind spot where the reputational downside was underestimated or ignored. That's surprising, given how carefully curated modern superstar branding usually is. There are endless investment opportunities available to someone with Giannis' wealth and platform: technology, health and wellness, youth sports, media, international business, philanthropy, even basketball-adjacent infrastructure that doesn't touch gambling. Choosing a prediction market, one that directly intersects with the league he plays in, feels unnecessary. The upside is marginal. The downside is reputational. And the NBA should be uncomfortable with that calculus. This isn't about restricting players' financial freedom. It's about recognizing that active competitors have a different responsibility than retired players, owners, or outside investors. When you're still influencing outcomes on the court, your financial affiliations matter more. The league understands this in theory. That's why betting rules for players are stricter than for everyone else. This move undermines that principle by creating a gray area the league didn't need to enter. Gray areas are where problems start. Some will argue this is overblown. The fans are smart enough to separate investment from influence. That argument ignores how trust works. Trust isn't logical. It's emotional. And once fans feel uncomfortable, the damage is done, regardless of whether their concerns are justified. The NBA doesn't need more skepticism. It doesn't need more narratives questioning motives or incentives. It doesn't need more reasons for fans to doubt outcomes. And Giannis doesn't need this attached to his legacy. This isn't about punishment. It's about judgment. And from a judgment standpoint, this was a miss. Not illegal, not unethical in a strict sense, but short-sighted. In a league where perception is everything, this move creates a problem that didn't exist before. And the fact that it was avoidable is what makes it so frustrating. Giannis will still be great. The NBA will still thrive. But moments like this chip away at trust in small, cumulative ways, and those are the hardest to repair. That's why this isn't just a bad look. It's a warning sign the league should take seriously, before the lines get blurred beyond repair.